Hey, welcome everyone. I'm going to be doing some kind of landscape here. I'm going to start with I think I'm going to start with a knife. I usually brush the mountain in. What I did, I gessoed over an old painting. You can see some of it coming through. I use white gesso with a little black in it to get this darker gesso. That way the other painting be through. If you use just white, then the painting underneath will bleed through quite a bit. You have to put on like 3 or 4 coats. So this was only 1 coat. So that's a good tip there. I'm going to mix some mountain color. I got some Prussian blue with some black, Mars black. Maybe a hint of burnt umber. And I'm going to put a little white in it just to see. This is my mountain color. All right, let's get started. We'll do like, I'm going to do the peak a little off to the right here. I have a bunch of outcrops here. How's everybody doing today? I worked early this morning. I'm probably going to do some distant mountains back there. We'll see. I mean, you could just as easily do this with a brush, but with the knife you can kind of see already some of my light spots. Probably run this one in front like that, just like Owen. Maybe tie it in with this one here. We'll put some kind of, valley coming down the middle here. Not bad. Looks pretty good. Alright, I'm going to do this next. For the sky, we're doing blues, light blue, white. I'm actually going to throw green in there, believe it or not. You might get a little glare on there, but it'll eventually go away. I'm going to mix a little green in the sky. It should look pretty cool once I get it all blended in. We're going to have multiple colors up there. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. I need a bit of my red violet. I've been using red violet a lot instead of like a red color. Oh, this brush, it's not the one I want to use. I should be working a little quicker, but this paint dries fast. I was using a little bit of flow aid, but it doesn't seem to be working too good with gesso. I didn't really let this so dry long enough, I don't think. We'll see. It'll be a cool looking sky. Kind of want it to like angle a little bit. Do 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 do. I actually did a Bob Ross tribute the other day. I don't know if you saw it. Well, there's my sky. I'll work on it a little more in a little bit. It's going to have a lot of clouds up in there. The paint is drying pretty quickly, so I don't know what's going on. I think it's because I used this gray. It's not really flowing very well on there. I might have to, let me get a brush and wet my brush, and we'll try and blend this down now. Yeah, that brush is not working. There we go. It's a little better. All right. At least I got an even. That when that dries, it's gonna look pretty cool. Ba-da-ba-ba. I'm gonna put a little water down here. Not sure where my water's gonna be, but do you hear all the flooding going on in my state, Washington? There's a lot of flooding going on right now. They're saying it's not even in the news. Let's make greens now. I can't wait. I'm just putting light colors down for now, just to get some tone going. This is all gonna, eventually it's gonna change. That is one weird sky, I'll tell you. I don't think I let the gesso dry long enough. That's why I'm getting this kind of, it almost looks sticky up there. Da, 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 da. Thanks for all the likes, guys. I appreciate that. I think I want to do a light blue there. It's almost like a purplish color. Yeah, I like that. Works for me. Maybe I'm tired. I am a little tired. I had to get up early today. I like the way the mountain's coming out. That look cool with that funky sky. There's like pink in there, some kind of yellowish white. We got yellow, green, we got blue. I'm going to throw in some brighter colors here in a little bit once that dries really good. Green on there. I have to get some fresh water here. Hold on. That'll Green Mountain, that's for sure. Whoops, sorry guys. I dropped the microphone. Yeah, it's looking good. Freestyle landscape. Free for all. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just saw some of the pictures of those towns. They're just totally flooded. It's just not Washington either. It's the other states too. But it's not hitting us here in Seattle. It's more up north, Skagit County. I'm going to lightly blend that mountain so I can make it look further back. We'll put a little white on my brush now. And some mist there. I like it. All right, let's do some trees back there. I'm going to make some dark green. I guess we'll have some trees right on the water here. What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna pull this ground a little closer to us. Same thing here. Some big Washington evergreen trees there. I took a break from my landscapes, and I'm gonna try and get back into landscapes again for a while. I was working on portraits and stuff like that. But I kind of missed my landscapes. I'm trying to keep the channel simple. I'm not trying to be flashy or anything. I was trying to, you know, make some cool shorts for a while, but I gave up on those shorts. I think I like that look. We'll just fill this up with trees back here. Yeah, that'll look cool. Some of these a little taller. I have a bunch of bushes down here. Ba-da-ba-ba. I think I want these down here instead. I'm gonna try and make try and do a big one right on the edge here. It's looking pretty good. I like all those different colors in the sky. It's starting to dry now, so it actually looks pretty cool. This is one of those big evergreen trees. All right, I like that. And what we'll do, we'll just continue these here. We'll make these smaller here. That way I don't cover up the mountain. Yeah, that'll work. All these trees are going to get it. You know, I'm going to have them highlights on them. A lot of shrubs in there. Looks just like Washington there. We have this one, there's this one waterfall. I can't remember what it's called, but it's so big right now. It normally just has a little water coming off this waterfall, and it's like massive. 100 times more water coming off than usual. It's pretty crazy. Let me fix this tree over here. There we go. I'm digging it. Yo diggity. Let me finish these trees here, and then I'm going to put a reflection in the water with all these trees. That's going to be fun. If you've ever been to Washington, it looks just like that. Let's do some trees and our reflection here. So I'm not going to make them too long. I'll make that one that long. So we're just going to fill it in with this. Need a different brush. There we go. I can't wait. Whoops. Pretty cool reflection. Thanks for all the likes so far, guys. I appreciate that. I like the way the mountain came out. It almost looks like oil painting, kind of. Up front here, I'm going to use that, you know, the blue I have on the mountain. I'm going to highlight this tree with that blue. Let's give it a try, see what happens. I don't know if I have enough left of it. It's more of a purplish color now. It's pretty close. Not bad. I think I could add a little more white to it. I like it. I like it a lot. Faith Warrior, thank you. Hopefully you're still in here. Ruben, I just noticed that was you. I haven't seen you in a while. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm staying on high ground, that's for sure. Good to see you in here, Ruben. I know I took some time off, but I'll be back again. I want to start getting some of my landscapes done again. what I'm doing, I'm taking a lot of my old paintings and the ones that are no good, and then I just kind of so over it and then redo I'm going to try and redo some of the landscapes so they're sellable, you know. A lot when I'm painting live here, I go pretty fast and they kind of come out, you know, kind of cheesy. So I'm going to start taking my time on them. Just so that way, you know, I have thousands of paintings I don't even like anymore. I could basically just throw them away. But I could also just gesso over them and then I don't have to buy a new canvas. You know me, I used to like to paint fast, so now I'm going to start taking my time a little bit. I'm going to put some more bushes. Put some more bushes down here so I can highlight them. I like the way that sky came out. I'll put a shadows underneath my grass here. Do 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 do. I think I'm going to practice my guitar today after this. I'm going to start working on some songs that I like. And if Lisa doesn't want to do them, well, then I'll just sing them by myself. She started to pick some really weird songs that I would never play. Rosie, how's it going? Good. Yeah. It's been a while since I did a landscape, huh? Looked at a lot of my landscapes. I noticed I wasn't putting enough trees in there. You probably noticed that too. It looks so much better, you know, when it's in like this. It's starting to look like flat water. I like the way when you put this white in there, how it makes it look flat. Man, I would go fishing there. I would go camping there. Right by the water. Whoops. A lot of white. That looks so beautiful. So I got this new brush that I never, I mean, I've had this brush for a while. I just never used it for doing the bushes. If you guys paint, you probably have seen one of these brushes before. They're good for putting on the color for the bushes. Let's give it a try. I'm going to mix some cool colors here. Some light greens and some oranges, and we'll make some highlight. Alright, I got a light green. I need a little green in between green. And now we need like an orangey color. Alright. Maybe some blues too. I'll start with the light green. And it's a pretty cool brush. The trick is to use, you got to use different colors. Let's try the orange now. Yeah, that's a pretty good orange there. Got some green in there. I think that green is a little too bright, that one. I have to redo that. Let's make this a big bush here. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba. try some white. Some white flowers. It's not bad. I got this a little more now on my bushes. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm about ready to enter. Let me try this here. A little darker. I'm trying to pull some shadows out here. Not really dark shadows, but those trees would make that grass a little darker, like right down in here. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Did kind of find a liner brush. it kind of works. All right. We'll see you guys later. Good seeing you in here, Ruben, if you're still here. This was fun. A lot of work. I still got to finish highlighting all the trees, but I need a break. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you on the next live.